Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know that this episode is pretty spoiler filled, so if you haven't seen the first two episodes of season 4, I'd suggest you go watch those before you listen to the show. Thanks and enjoy. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome all to a new episode of New Lunar Radio. The hype stops here.
Or has it just started?
Oh my goodness.
Chugga, 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 hype train.
You can't stop this hype train.
T.S. Oh, wait, wrong thing.
You cannot stop this hype train.
Chew a chew.
So, I'm your host, Jay Brony, and with me, as always, my hype conductor.
I make sure that when the lightning strikes the back of the train, it goes to the front as fast as possible because I'm such a good conductor. Daylight Darkle.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, boy.
So, yes, as you can tell, it's been a pretty hype weekend. The hype train just keeps on chugging down them tracks. Mm-hmm. And we are going to ramble, display our thoughts and feelings on the first two episodes of season 4 that happened yesterday. Several hours ago, more than 24, more like, 36, 28, 36, somewhere in there. I don't know.
6. I'm too lazy to do the math, but it's like 28.
Yeah, okay. Well,
29. I'm too lazy.
Sounds about right. Almost 30 hours ago. And we're still reeling from the effect. Well, maybe I am. I don't know about Darkle yet. But so yeah. Season 4, episode 1. I'm going to take this opportunity, since I haven't heard anything from you on it other than the fact that you have seen the episode. What did you think?
You remember way back when? I don't remember if it was on the show or not, but I'm pretty sure we talked about we read some questionnaire, and it basically said that when Celestia and Luna took down Discord or something, that they each bared the elements, and we talked about which pony bared which element.
Mm-hmm. I do remember that.
It's finally confirmed.
Finally confirmed. Now, I was paying attention, but I wasn't paying that close attention. Did you happen to catch which elements were related to each sister?
I do. I do have the list in front of me.
Oh man. Let's break down this list.
We got one on the nose that we were certain of. Luna is a bearer of laughter.
Nice.
Yes. Although the other two don't check out as much, of honesty and loyalty.
Where did those fall?
Both on Luna.
Both on Luna, huh?
Yeah, that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's pretty weird, seeing as how one of the other things that we saw in this episode is her transforming into Nightmare Moon.
Mm-hmm. That's so loyal, and I suppose that's brutal honesty.
Well, it is brutal honesty. I could see brutal honesty.
Yes.
She wanted there to only be one princess, and she wanted it to be her.
And I guess she was loyal to her own wants.
This is true. Loyalty is one of those hard ones where you can be loyal to a lot of different things and yet still be viewed as evil, right?
Right.
So you can be loyal to yourself in a selfish way. You can be loyal to money. You can be loyal to power. You can be, that kind of stuff. So.
And Celestia was magic, kindness, and generosity.
Which all makes sense, right? So
yeah. I mean, really, Luna only needed laughter.
Right. So those are some of the major the major thing about the two episodes that I can say is lots and lots of backstory, world building, stuff that we knew happened that they've just never. They were just like, yeah, that stuff happened. Don't worry about it. The other thing that these 2 episodes really, I got to keep remembering that it was 2 episodes, not just 1. But these episodes, go ahead.
I still don't remember that Crystal Empire was 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It's just 1 episode in my mind.
Yeah, it just kind of blends all together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, too, is that nowadays they're shown, like, all the 2-parters are always shown together anyways. In a lot of times, the ending and the opening are cut, like, are excised, right? So
Right.
you don't
Season 2, never forget when we had to wait a week in between.
I know, it's really crazy, right?
Uh-huh.
But the other thing that happened because of these episodes and the backstory building, so many fan fictions are just now wrong. So many.
I love it.
Just wrong. You can take away your pink-haired Celestia, throw her in the garbage, get her out of here, get rid of all this, Discord is Star Swirl. Though then again, these episodes don't really disprove that. So
yeah, but really that theory was flimsy.
Yeah, it was pretty flimsy to begin with. But the other things that I did like in general about the episodes is the fact that I can't even put it into words. There were some good action scenes. The animation has been stepped up. The lighting has been changed, stepped up again. You wonder how much better they can get with making things in Flash. But every time there's a new season, all of a sudden there's these new things. This season, they seem to really be proud of the fact that they could do depth of field. Lots of close-ups on things, and then the backgrounds were blurry. So
watching those elements floating around was kind of weird. It was like, am I watching ponies or am I playing a Zelda game?
Yeah, they looked a lot like rupees, didn't they?
A lot like. They made as well be.
Yeah, in their original formats, they were a lot like rupees. Of course, unless it was the element of magic.
Right.
The one of the other cool things that I saw was that Discord, though quote unquote reformed, has not been neutered in any way. He's still very mischievous and not. He doesn't pull the snap his fingers and make everything. He's not a good guy, but he's not causing chaos directly anymore. We're spoilering a lot of things here, so
Spoiler alert.
I'm gonna have to probably go back at the beginning of the episode and just put a banner spoiler warning on this, but
Oops.
Yeah. Oh well. But anyways, regardless, the fact that he was the one who caused this pretty much the entirety of this episode to happen was pretty interesting to me. I'm kind of glad that they show, it. Of course, it is something that his past self did, but it also showed that he didn't necessarily regret doing it. You know what I mean? So he's not truly reformed, right?
Right.
He's just not totally against the ponies and their goals right now, right? Mm-hmm. So, and it took Fluttershy saying at the very end, "Hey, I won't be your friend anymore if you try to take over the world again." So, lots of we got the Twilight. I don't know how to fly. All of a sudden until the end, and then all of a sudden she could make a thing in the sky.
Even though she flew pretty much perfectly at the end of season 3.
Yeah, well, it's weird, but I understand what they're trying to do with that. The awkwardness and the clumsiness. How about the other thing too is it was really weird to me when I know we're jumping around a lot, but things are just coming into my mind. But it was weird how they sent Twilight away. That was very strange. I saw what they were trying to do, but it was very strange to me.
Twilight, you have to go back because if something happens to you, then Well, forget about the other princess. That's already pretty much in safe territory. Let's just screw over Cadence, guys. She doesn't exist.
She doesn't exist. The what really kind of throws it for me is the fact that not, they walk into the forest and Twilight's like, I can't believe I tried to come in here alone the last time and to get, to find the elements, but now I know that we're going to do it all together. And then
Up, I'm gone, guys. Bye.
yeah, and then all of a sudden there's a rock crocodile, and then
Crocodile.
And then Applejack is like, nah, you got to go. And everybody was like, yeah, I think we agree with that. And
Bye.
And then she bailed. And then she went back, and Discord's like, hey, just so you know, that's probably not the best idea. And it was, it was obvious from our standpoint as a more mature audience that they were going to find the Tree of Harmony that had magic that was supposed to be protecting the forest, and the forest was all messed up. What were they going to need to do?
So it's a tree that they come from.
I guess it seems that way.
And so they're called the elements of harmony. Why not the fruits of harmony?
This is good. I don't know. I don't know why they're called the Fruits of Harmony, but maybe because, like it says, they represent the elements, like personified elements of harmony. So,
pretty much they know that it's a tree. Where'd the names come from?
I don't know.
Why not the element of apple? Element of orange.
Element of lightning bolt.
Element of banana.
And one of the major revelations for these two episodes for the whole season is that we're going to have an overarching season-long, per Megan McCarthy's tweet, story arc.
What's in the safe? Box.
Yeah, what's in the box that has six keys?
I think it is.
What's that?
After all these episodes, Twilight finally got a random drop.
A random drop of what? What is it?
A random lockbox, and now she needs to purchase the keys in the store. And so this is all just getting kids ready for the Steam model of making money.
Microtransactions. They need
to go to the big Steam Mountain and get the keys from Gaben.
the large dragon that hoards all the keys
is named Gaben.
The Gaben dragon. So yeah, it's an interesting. I hope, honestly, they don't just introduce a new Deus Ex Machina, as it were, for defeating all the bad guys, because the elements are.
It will. It's gonna be like an upgraded.
Oh yeah, well, it's like back in the days when the Power Rangers, right? Like at the beginning of the new season, they would have to go find their new powers, and this is
Or you mean every single episode ever? Okay, we're fighting this bad guy. Oh no, he's super large. Just call out our
right
machinery.
Well, at the new seasons, when they got new Megazords and stuff, they would go and find in the very beginning of Power Rangers, before before it was a new team every time.
I think Power Rangers is where they got their influence, because if you remember back to the original movie, they had that ooze stuff.
Yeah.
And ponies have gack.
Ponies do have gack.
It's all coming together, man.
We're putting it all together. Putting this puzzle together, man.
The box contains the transceivers for the ponies.
So, yeah, the big thing with this box is there's 6 keyholes, so therefore 6 keys. So therefore an episode.
Do you think the 6 keys are gonna be the new elements?
I don't think the keys themselves, but each of the main 6 will find. I'm thinking this is pure speculation on my part, that we're going to transcend the original elements of harmony, the things that made them special, the things that made them the characters they are, and find new things about themselves. And then,
so instead of the element of generosity, it'll be the element of selfishness.
Something like that, right?
Instead of the element of kindness. There'll be the element of philanthropy.
So that after they discover something new about themselves, maybe, or something like that, or they'll do each of them will individually do something, and then they'll somehow earn the key, whether they find it or it appears. I don't know. I don't have any ideas
I
on that, but
I think it's just gonna appear.
just appear just in thin air. And
Yeah,
then
it's like, oh, I did this thing. I learned this thing about myself. Na 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 na.
yeah. Well, I don't think that they're going to find any I think they're just going to find the key for the box. And by the
Yes.
end of the season, they'll have all 6 keys, and that'll be what the season finale is about. We'll finally find out what's inside the box.
They'll get the last key in the finale.
Yeah, and hopefully it's not Brad Pitt's wife's head. So
I think it'll be, I'm a princess. Are you a princess too? Take a pair of wings. It made 6 all princesses now.
Yes, they all princesses. Princess of Generosity. You think they'll all just turn into Alcorns and it'll be game over. End of the show.
And Applejack and Pinkie Pie will just be in celebration. Yay, we're not useless anymore.
So, I mean, that's pretty much my brain dump on the show itself. Spike fainted a lot in these 2 episodes. I don't know why. He must have
he's been hitting the juice a bit hard.
He's got some sort of some blood condition, I think. Like low blood pressure or something like that.
In the scene where Celestia was taking down Nightmare Moon, I just couldn't help but think during that scene, oh crap, Celestia's going supersonic.
Or maybe Super Saiyan.
Oof, but it was spinning gems.
Yeah, spinning gems. This is true. Supersonic. I'm with you. I'm on it. But the hair was definitely flowing everywhere, and it's pretty crazy. Another fan-on thing that was broken that I never really liked is that Celestia had a set of 6 other ponies that wielded the elements before. Or that she wouldn't have been powerful enough to wield the elements by herself. Obviously not a thing.
Celestia can do what Celestia wants.
Except for, she gets owned by plants. And, one bolt from Nightmare Moon takes her down long enough for Twilight to think that she's dead.
Twilight's just overreacting.
I was going to say, Twilight... Honestly, I think she needs to learn how to feel pulses or something, because she flies down and she's like, how could this happen? And then she starts crying and she's like and the scene was lit like Celestia was dead, and it's like, this is crazy. It was all great scenes. I liked it all, but it was just like, once you thought about it afterwards, you were like, huh, why did Twilight think she was dead?
Well, Twilight's kind of overreactionary.
This is true. She does get all hyped up about nothing, right? So,
I can't wrap my head around.
What's that?
Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, all within a course of 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because the Summer Sun celebration was supposed to happen at the beginning of the first season, and then this one was in the next. Well, is this confirmed? The next one that was happening?
You want me to look through transcripts of the episode, because she goes on and on and on and on and on. It's like, it used to be about the defeat, even though I told none of you guys because you're all surprised that Nightmare Moon came back and stuff, and that was like the plot twist of episode 1 and 2. But it used to be about that, and now it's about Luna being saved again.
Huh? You know what? You're all right. So yeah, that. But the thing is we don't necessarily know how long their year is, right?
Yep. Because if you remember in season 1, winter wrap up was episode 11.
Right.
So the end of winter. And then episode 13, 2 episodes later, Fall Weather Friends.
Right. Well, that was always they always said that there was I think the prevailing theory there was those were played out of order.
So maybe the entire season 1, season 2, and season 3 were played somewhat out of order.
Potentially, I could see that.
Yeah, and it's all within a year.
I could also see that. I mean, obviously, the princess transformation had to happen. It happened between the first time we see the summer sun celebration and the next time, which is in these 2 episodes, right? So, but like I said before, we have no idea on how long their year is, and well, our year is normally 4 seasons. Maybe their year isn't. Maybe it's many more than that, right?
Well, it's a summer sun celebration.
This is true. But maybe they have many falls and winters and springs before they have summer again. I don't know, man. I don't know. They don't say. So, yes, that's stretching. And the easiest thing to just say is, yes, they have 4 seasons like everybody else. And yes, they have a normal year, a relatively normal year length of 365 days. But, yeah. But then again, there hasn't been at least there hasn't been something silly like 2 Christmas episodes or 2 Halloween episodes, or you know what I mean? Like,
and that's why I'm the fan of all these episodes mishmashed together somehow.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that it brought lots of interesting backstory and filled in some gaps and created more questions. So, like any good show continuing on should be, whether or not it has a good mythos or not, or purely defined mythos or not.
Or it could be that before, when Luna was like, it hasn't been a year, but Luna wasn't part of it because she was still adjusting, like Lunar Eclipse.
Right.
Like season 2, Luna Eclipse, it's Halloween and she hasn't adjusted yet.
Yeah.
So it could be something like that.
Possibly. Just because she said that it's, maybe there was an awkward episode where it was the summer sun celebration and Luna got all mad because it was about her defeat, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Now she's over it, like she's better about it now and stuff. Like, so, we'll never know. Maybe we'll never know.
Maybe we will know.
Maybe. Ooh, spooky. So do you have anything more to add on episodes 1 and 2? I mean, I know we didn't talk about everything, but it's a lot. And
if only we had more people here to talk with.
Yeah, maybe we'd have some more viewpoints on it, but oh well. Maybe for the next episode, maybe we'll have some more viewpoints on that. But it's definite overall, I think A+ episode, thumbs up. Great start to the season.
One more thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Zecora. Comes out of the forest with this potion that would totally be useless except in this one instance that she couldn't use. Use your Alicorn magic, which looks like the evil magic from the Crystal Empire episodes.
Right.
For some reason.
Well, maybe it was just proof that, like, only Alicorns can do that type of magic, unless you're evil. Like, they can only duplicate it. So
Twilight did it in the Crystal.
Well, that's that she was on her path to become an Alicorn, right?
Whatever happened to that book?
That's the book the spell was in at the end.
Was it though?
Yes, it has the same cover and everything. Yes.
Wasn't she given it?
She was given it on the final episode on.
Wasn't she given it like
no
at the end of Chris?
No.
I'm looking this up.
No, like Luna in Celestia like held it up to the camera at the end of the Crystal Empire one.
Thought they
they didn't give it to her. Not until they knew she was ready, quote unquote. Yeah. And that was at the end of season 3.
What a coincidence. Maybe they're holding out on the keys too.
Maybe. They might have them stashed somewhere.
Also, how does a plant grow into a lockbox?
I don't know.
That just doesn't make sense.
It's all magic, man. Why does it have to make sense?
Exactly. Hum.
Doesn't have to make sense.
Also, were we promised in the synopsis for the episodes, like, watch as they take on a new villain?
Well, I think overall in the series they're going to take on new villains.
But it was like episode 1, watch as they take on a new villain.
The Everfree Forest Plants. That's new enough villain.
It's not a villain, it's the local wildlife.
But it was seeds
It's like
that were just like.
It's like if I go outside and like declare I'm gonna take on a new villain of the world and then start kicking on some random stray dog.
Well,
prune the
hedges.
Yeah, like ah, ah.
So to move on for some of the you're such an evil kind of guy.
Plans. Poison ivy has nothing on these hedges. I'm Batman.
You're Batman. Oh god.
Go bat hedge clippers.
Snip, snip, snip.
Snip.
So one thing out of the meta that we got of the of the premiere is that they were doing like questions, and they did some shout outs to some of the future episodes, like the superhero episode that's coming up.
Right.
They showed the villain from that, and it looks like a villain that has crazy hair and is then therefore hair focused. Her giant weapon is a hair dryer. So.
Oh no.
So yeah, there's that, and all the ponies somehow have superpowers. So, and they're all dressed up with superpowers. And Daring Do is back. This is the other thing that we found out about, but we kind of already knew. So, But Daring Do is back. She looks like a yellow Rainbow Dash with black and white hair. So, as per always, and maybe some more Owie Zodel, maybe. Yeah, so that's episodes 4 and 6 of season 4. I'm thinking. I think they also released the press release for season 4 for the full synopsis. So I'll read through that quickly. Episode 4 is the Daring Do episode, cleverly titled Daring Don't.
What?
When Rainbow Dash discovers that the new AK Yearling book she has been eagerly anticipating is delayed, she recruits her reluctant pony friends to spring into action to ensure the book gets written. However, when the ponies arrive to help the famous author, they soon discover that AK Yearling has a secret that sends Rainbow Dash and her pony friends on an unexpected mission. So
she can't write without her trusty typewriter.
Also, based on looking at this screenshot, this AK Yearling person is just Daring Do in disguise.
Pretty much. Or maybe the secret's that she's illiterate and she needs her transcriber. Transcribbler.
She's just a front for the person who's actually writing the books.
Yep.
Also, AK Yearling is clearly a call to J.K. Rowling. So,
clearly
there's that. So
maybe it'll be like Titanic, where she says that she needs some sort of necklace to remember things, and then she ends up throwing it in the ocean anyways.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Dick move.
So, the next thing up is during the season 4 premiere, Megan McCarthy was like tweeting all kinds of stuffs. So
tweeting up the Twitterers.
Yep. And there was a bunch of, or maybe this Twitter event was before. I know she was definitely tweeting during the show, but there's a lot of season 4 general information in this Twitter event thing that she did too. But, so yeah, based on the date that I'm seeing this, it looks like this was pre the episodes. So, a lot of this might be stuff we might already know, but we'll go over it anyways. Writer Amy Keating Rogers is back for season 4. And if you thought our Pinkie Pie Smile song was great, and you're in for a treat.
I didn't, so am I in for a meal?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Apples to the Core, the song shown at Comic-Con, was written by the new writer Natasha Levinger. We didn't quite know that yet, but I'm sure we would have found out once we saw that actual episode. Danny they said Daniel Ingram is on vacation right now. Because there's 16 brand new songs in season 4, none of which were in the first 2 episodes. So
there was a song in the first episode.
Was there? Well,
yeah, it was the first one.
It was
Discord was singing Winter Wrap Up.
Yeah, but there's new songs, 16 brand new songs. So
brand new. Dang it! Then they won't do a cover of the Sea Pony song.
Sea Ponies. Episode 13 is supposedly her favorite Rarity performance ever. She wasn't sure how Tabitha St. Germain made it through the recording session. If you're a Rainbow Dash or Scootaloo fan, there's going to be lots of feels in season 4. Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo fans, not and.
So you can't be a fan of one but not the other?
Well, fan of them together, then you'll have feels. If you're a fan of one but not the other, then you probably won't have feels. That's what I'm getting from that. So the next one is Discord gets his own musical number in season 4, which I think we already kind of knew. I think that we had talked about that before.
It was Winter Wrap Up?
I think maybe more than that, but, whatever.
Maybe.
So the other thing, Spike definitely brings the funny this season.
Does he, though?
Supposedly. CMC gets to sing and be completely adorable. Megan's new favorite background ponies live in Manhattan, so maybe we're going back to Manhattan. Maybe in episode 6 for the superheroes. Go ahead.
I thought that was episode 4.
It's episode 6. Episode 4 is the Daring Do one.
You sure?
Yep.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where somebody else other than Discord will be making their singing debut in season 4. So I don't know who that might be. Last season, the Crystal Empire won the honor of hosting the Equestria Games. I'm just saying, so maybe we'll get to see.
You just said it.
Maybe we'll get to see the Equestria Games. It wouldn't be MLP FIM without a few pop culture references. See previous tweet of background ponies in Manhattan.
You know what my favorite pop culture reference that everyone seems to have glossed over?
What's that?
In episode 2, when they were first using the elements of harmony.
Yeah.
And doing the whole song and dance, when Twilight opens her eyes, that sound clip, go back and watch it. It's the Transporter sound clip from the original Star Trek series.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
I think I do remember hearing that.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone seemed to miss that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
That's cool. Also, another couple updates. The scripts for episodes 1 and 2 of season 4 were locked in August of 2012, so they're they were on the books a long time ago. So
Skip one.
what did I skip?
The last one before.
Oh yeah. That one's pretty important too. Speaking of background ponies, a fan favorite gets an official name and lots of screen time in season 4.
I bet you it isn't Derpy.
I bet you it's not Derpy either, seeing as how she technically already has an official name. So
And they kind of reneged on it immediately.
yep. So
Derpygate 2012, never forget.
yeah, a lot of speculation revolves around Vinyl Scratch or DJ Pone 3.
Oh.
Though she has been named that in merchandise, so
Yep.
I don't know.
And in a commercial.
True. What dreams may come? Luna knows. Pinkie Pie goes.
Of course, Luna knows. She's like the dream voyeur professional. That's just nightmare fuel, fueled by Luna.
Pinkie Pie will go through a lot in season 4, and Andrea Libman will make you love her even more. We're doing something that's never been done in season 4 before. Find out what it is. Watch a big premiere tomorrow, which we now know is the overarching story arc that lasts the whole season. They've never done that before. That's what she was talking about.
You skipped over the key phrasing. The key to finding out what it is.
Nice. And then huge props to Golden Russet, or Jason Thiessen is his Golden Russet is his Twitter handle. It's Jason Thiessen. He's supervising director of MLP FIM. He's a genius. A genius, I tells you, is what she says. And the next, we got 2 more pieces of news here. We're going to jump through real quick. Next one is it's unfortunately a little bit of sad news in the light of all that's been going on this week. That's been fun, and that's that Pony Kart, a game that we haven't heard about for about a year now, is ending their creation. There's not the creators don't have enough time in their lives to be able to do it right now. They've released the source code, and another group is a Google group has been set up, and hopefully they'll revive it. But unfortunately, the original team is gone. They're not going to work on it anymore. But it was nice of them to release the source code, so it should be interesting.
No.
And
honestly,
mm-hmm.
what I've seen of that game, it looked very generic.
Yeah, maybe if people continue with it, it'll get pumped up. But I don't see much of a future for it, to be honest. So it seems like something, just based on the screenshots and the stuff I've seen, it seems like something that Hasbro might do for a quick cash in. But
not expecting much.
No, I'm not expecting too much at all. To be honest, I wasn't expecting much before now either, mostly because I had forgotten about it, so...
No expectations, no disappointments.
This is true. And last but not least, a little bit of con news. BabsCon, again, 3rd week in a row, they've made an appearance on our show talking about them because they just keep getting guests. Jason Thiessen is going to be at BabsCon. So it's looking like right now BabsCon is going to be the con to go to in early 2014. So, Yep. So they have Jason, Megan McCarthy, M.A. Larson, and Amy Keating Rogers. They're all kinds of directors and writers and such. So, Yep. Come on. Come on
down to The Price is Right.
So this would be the time where we would move into, maybe potential interviews, but we don't have any this week, so...
that seems to be a tradition.
Yeah, so maybe next week, but still no promises, so...
If we don't have anything next week, we're interviewing my cat.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. So, otherwise, though, that brings us to the end.
Yay.
Next week, we have the next new episode coming out, and that's the Pony Castle, the Castle Mania one. Castle Mania. That's the name of the episode.
Is it though?
Yes, it is.
Is it though?
Castle Mania. Yep, it's definitely Castle Mania.
Oh.
So, yeah, look forward to us talking about that more and maybe having some guests, but not necessarily. So, thanks for joining us, everybody.
As always.
I'm your host, Jay.
Shows.
Yes, I'm your host, Jay Brody, and this is Darkle.
Homeless bum extraordinaire.
Hype conductor extraordinaire.
Shoo Magadashu.
Follow us on Twitter, New Lunar Radio on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. If you're listening to this now, you're probably already there, but you know, all that good stuff. Subscribe. Listen to all the past episodes. We're gonna hopefully be doing an episode for every episode this season. So, thumbs up, and join us next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.